Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hi, Rip and Ship community. Welcome to today's stream. My name is Patrick. I'm the new streamer. Let's see if I still have that new streamer luck going on. But and this is Rip and Ship for Moonshot. For Moonshot Games, a WPN premium LGS in Noblesville, located roughly 20 minutes north of Indianapolis. Maybe a little bit more on the 30 side, actually. But here's how the stream works. People buy packs, we'll open them up, and then we ship them out. You don't have to have any sort of membership, nothing to Patreon, YouTube, or Twitch, or even be a subscriber to anything. Pretty much just go online, go to the website, order the packs, and then we'll ship them out. We ship things out weekly, roughly on Thursday, and how shipping works is you can pay $6 for up to 9 packs, or if you have a bigger order, you can pay $10 for up to a 500 count box. The weekly schedule is we will take orders from Wednesday until Monday. At that point, we will ship out those orders on Thursday and then begin a new shipping week that same Wednesday.
Jack, can you hear all right? Just want to make sure that volumes are good. I think maybe if you just turn the microphone down a hair, it'll be more direct toward... No, not down like volume-wise, like physically.
Oh, yeah.
Down a hair,
All
like toward you. There you go.
There. How's that
Sweet.
sound, everybody?
That's better.
Cool. Great. Awesome. Tyler, Azalea, hello. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Really appreciate it.
So this
Hello,
is our
Jessica.
second stream here. Pretty excited.
Yes, it is.
First
I'm really
stream went
excited.
well.
First one was super fun. We had some really awesome hits.
Got to open a lot of fun packs. Had a
we
lot of
did.
people hanging out. It was really cool to see.
Yeah.
I already have 3 orders in today, so that's exciting.
Awesome.
Is there anything else we need to talk about before we get started? I think that's most everything, right?
Yeah, I think that's about the gist of it.
Guys, so if anybody has any questions, just remember Patrick's new. I'm also here as you hear, off screen to the left, sitting at another desk. But I'll be trying to keep an eye on chat while training and doing everything else. But if we miss your question, just repeat yourself and we'll get to you. There's a lot going on here, and we're still getting used to everything. So welcome to the stream, everybody. Let's have some fun. Who's up first?
Thanks a lot. We will start off with Jeremy. And it looks like they've got 9 Tarkir. Wait. Yep. Okay. Tarkir Dragonstorm play boosters and 5 Final Fantasy play boosters.
So while Patrick's grabbing those, I do want to mention we do have Final Fantasy play packs in stock. They're limit 5 per person per stream. And today, last stream when we were trading Patrick, we didn't have the Final Fantasy collector packs. But today we do have Final Fantasy collector packs and Japanese collector packs. I know they're expensive. We have to buy them on the secondary market, so we don't expect anybody to get any. You don't have to get any if you don't want to, but we do want to have them available if anybody wants them. So that is why they're there.
Got a brand new box for this.
New boxes are fun.
They are fun. It's so satisfying just ripping into a new one. A whole new lot of potential.
So just so Patrick's aware, I answered in chat, but somebody said that they had gotten the 9-pack shipping, but they had gotten like 14 packs here. And they wanted to know how they could pay the extra shipping they need to do. So if you just want to upgrade from the $6 to the $10 option, we don't have a way to do that on the website. But if you reply to your order confirmation email, that'll get back to our support team and just ask for a $4 invoice to upgrade your shipping, and we will get that sent out to you. So that's how you take care of that. If you want to just pay for the $10 shipping. We do reconcile our shipping payments once a month-ish, sometimes twice a month. If you have extra shipping payments, we'll issue you a gift card for the shipping overpayments. But the cleanest way, as long as you're willing to just take some time, just reply to that order confirmation email, and we'll get back to you well before they ship out. It might take us a day or two, depending on who's working, but we will get back to you.
9 Tarkir Dragonstorm. And 5 Final Fantasy Play Boosters. Thanks a lot for that, Lance. I appreciate
No problem.
it.
Happy to help.
Let's start with the Tarkir.
Sounds fun.
All right, Jeremy, good luck. Hello, Vermont. Thanks for joining us today. Magmatic Hellkite.
And it's up to you, but if you wanted to zoom out a hair like we did last time, that's totally fine.
Oh,
I know that you had mentioned that you felt more comfortable if it was a little more zoomed out now, which, hey, I totally understand. I was that way, too. It took me a long time to get used to that middle small area of the camera you have to work with, so...
No,
I know you're just following the instructions. One thing I will note, though, you see how it's got that microphone cord sticking out on stream? You're probably going to have to pull the microphone slightly closer to you. See right behind your head on the camera how there's that silver and black thing?
Oh, yeah, okay.
So that's the microphone picking up on the camera there. So if you just pull it a little, you can't move that. You have to move the microphone physically closer to your body.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, I see.
Does that work?
Yep, that's good.
Okay, just make sure. You might have to...
No, please go ahead. Okay. How's that sound, everybody? Cool. Yeah. Sweet. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Let's see. Second pack. Ooh, Shiko, Paragon of the Way. Our first mythic.
Yeah, XLR cables are XLR cables.
How's everybody doing today? Anybody in the Midwest? I hope you guys are staying or keeping cool. It's so crazy hot. Oh my god. Inevitable defeat.
Yeah, I think they call it a heat dome is what I was reading, but it's like 90, supposed to be like 93 here today.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. And it's supposed to be
sure
even hotter tomorrow or so. Yep, thank you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hot for like the next 3 or 4 days here. It's going to be pretty miserable, especially if you don't have AC. I can't imagine.
Sidisi, Regent of the Mire.
Well, you know, funny you mentioned walking your dog. Like, if you walk your dog on like concrete or asphalt, like the asphalt gets so hot it can actually burn their paws when it's this hot outside.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Showcase Mardu Siegebreaker. That's
Such
cool
a fun card.
Yeah.
Especially in Commander.
Mm-hmm. It is. I love the Mardu for mechanically, thematically, and I've done maybe like 3 or 4 limited for Dragonstorm, and I've tried to go Mardu every time. Even if it wasn't necessarily the best call, I like Mardu. I think they're just fun to play as. Oh. Winter Night Stories. Ooh, cool. And a Corey Steel Cutter. Very nice.
I didn't get a chance to watch any of the Pro Tour coverage, but I imagine that card probably saw a lot of play this weekend.
Oh. Hi, Queen Honey. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Roth. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Oops. Let's see. New Way Forward. Very solid card with that Shiko from before. 2 more Tarkir play boosters. I feel that, Roth. It feels inescapable. It's just like no matter what you do, it's just always there. Revival of the Ancestors. Ooh, double rare with the foil Bloom Vine Regent. Okay. And then last Tarkir pack. Anafenza, Unyielding Lineage. Ooh, and a cool zombie druid token. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. And then let's see. We're on to our final fantasy.
130 ounces of liquid. I don't measure how much liquid I drink, but that seems like a lot.
That's a lot of liquid. But that's good. That's very good to stay that hydrated.
Especially when it's so hot.
Yeah. Oil ash. And Machinist. I wasn't sure if it's Machinist or Machinist, but Machinist Arsenal.
I couldn't decide either. Somebody from chat finally had to tell me. So if you've been watching our openings, except for one box last night with Queen Honey, we used to have the US print play packs.
Going back.
You showed them all off.
I did. There we go.
Gotcha. We have had the US print play pack, but now we have the Japanese print play packs where the rares, and if you get a bonus sheet, I hear, according to Queen Honey, the bonus sheet card is in the front of the pack with the rare, which from a pack opening perspective is nice. But it definitely takes some time getting used to.
Ooh, okay. Through the Ages, Stroke of Midnight. Saz Katzroy.
It's a fun card.
It is cool.
Nice thing about this, you don't have to guess where the commons and uncommons end and the rares start. They're just straight up front for you.
Mm-hmm. Foil Weapon Spender. Ooh, Excalibur 2.
So I guess Pro Tour is what? Top 8 today is what's playing? Is that what they're doing on the tour? Chat knows. I'm not asking you, Patrick. So I know we're obviously not watching the Pro Tour right now. We're a little busy.
Does anyone know how Team Moonshot is doing?
We had 2 people. I think they both ended 6 and 7 after day 2, so they did not make the top 8, unfortunately. But just the fact that they got to play in the Pro Tour is pretty sick.
Yeah, that's very cool. Ooh. Foil Fire Crystal. And Dion, Bahamut's Dominant. Ooh, triple rare. Jador, Aristocratic Capital.
When I got home last night, I watched the Edge of Eternity's preview panel. I love space stuff. Set looks super fun to me. But what does everybody else think? Like, I know not everybody's a space fan, but the bonus sheet being land seems really cool. I think there's going to be a lot of cool stuff in that set.
Right, last pack. Let's see. Foil Combat Tutorial. Oh, there we go. That's awesome. That last pack magic. Cloud Midgar Mercenary. You can use him with that weapons dealer and that Excalibur too. Very cool. That's awesome.
What would be like the ultimate play pack, just from a flavor perspective, is if you got Cloud and the Buster Sword double mythic pack.
Oh my gosh, that would be a cool pack.
That would be so cool.
That would be.
But I mean, Cloud all alone by himself is awesome. So it's not a bad pack by any stretch of the imagination.
Mm-hmm. Right. Definitely. Jeremy, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed those. We got some really fun hits. A lot of really cool commander stuff. So yeah. I hope you have some exciting plans for these.
Yeah, the art in Edge of Eternity's, the sci-fi art is so cool. They got Borderless Lands again. They got Galaxy foils coming. The headliner card's not serialized this time, which makes me wonder if there's going to be like more than 500 of them. Are they going to be slightly easier to pull? Or are they still going to be like nearly impossible? They just look really cool now. So we'll have to wait and see.
I thought the spoilers were so cool. I'm super excited for like a hard sci-fi fantasy set. I think it's going to be really neat. I love that type of sci-fi fantasy aesthetic. And you know, I think it's really awesome what they did with the commander changes and how legendary vehicles will soon be able to be used as commanders. I think that's sweet.
I have a feeling you're going to be seeing a lot more legendary vehicles in the next few years.
Right? Yeah. Let's see. Next, we've got Brandon, and we've got 1 Murders at Karlov Manor collector pack and 5 Final Fantasy play boosters. You think it looks terrible, Rainfire? Oh, I think it looks awesome.
Rainfire prefers the Final Fantasies of the world.
What do you not like about it?
Probably sci-fi.
Okay, that's fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1 Murders at Karlov Manor collector. Let's start with the Final Fantasy.
Oh. Called it.
Royal Garland. And then, ooh, the Masamune. That's cool. Yeah. Like that. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know if Rainfire can be a moonshot mod if you think space is stupid, because the moon's totally in space.
Vaughn, Through the Ages. And Squall character art. Seed Mercenary.
I think it was a lot more than 99 cents. I think it was 99 cents a month. It's like at least, what, $12 by the time you get to the moon logo? And I'm sure YouTube takes a hefty cut of that too, so YouTube thanks you.
Ooh, wow. Okay. Man, another sweet hit. VV.
Let's go. It's been
Very
a fun box.
awesome, Brandon. Ooh. And Aerith just hiding right behind them.
Now we got to see if Sephiroth
Hang
intervenes.
on, let's see. Nope. That's
No
not
death.
Oh.
Not this time.
Wow. Got a Cloud and a VV today so far already. That's awesome. Man, what a sweet box already. Through the Ages, Laboratory Maniac. Xenos, Yay Galvis. All right, last Final Fantasy. Astrologian's Planisphere. Very nice.
And the gold saucer. Just an uncommon,
The
but
gold
iconic
saucer.
from 7.
Yes, it is. I've heard a lot of stories about how fun that area is. I still have yet to play 7, both the original or the remake. But I love the idea of it.
Make sure you open them on camera.
Yep, that's right.
It's hard to get used to opening packs away from your body, just in case you've ever wondered.
There you go.
Collector packs are the worst as far as opening goes.
Okay, we've got Foil Tesa, Opulent Oligarch. Tristani, 3 Whispers. Foil Extended Art, Sophia, Dogged Detective. Extended Art, Steam Core Scholar. And a Foil Outrageous Robbery. That was a very cool pack. A lot of cool commander options in that one. Especially the foil extended Sophia. I have a friend with the Sophia deck. It's really cool. He's got, for his dog tokens, he has pictures of his actual dogs, and I think it's the cutest thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, Brandon, thank you so much. I hope you really enjoyed these. There were some really cool hits.
Tyler, depends where they're printed. The U.S. print ones have the rares in the back, and the Japanese print ones have the rares in the front. The U.S. prints have the bonus sheet replacing a common in a common slot. In the Japanese print packs, they do still replace a common, but they move it to the front of the pack, essentially. So,
All right, everyone, going to be putting together some name tags real quick, so give me a little bit.
letting Patrick do as much as possible, so he's learning the process of name cards. It's not super hard, but it does take a few minutes to get in the groove of things, so he's figuring that out, and then we'll make sure they're in the right order, everything's taken care of, and then we'll get it going.
Good morning, Blight Widow. How are you doing today? Oh, thank you, Maxine. Thanks for joining us today. Next, we've got Rainfire with 3 Commander Draft and 5 Final Fantasy Play Boosters. Or that's... Okay, Commander Legends. Thank you. Let's start with the Commander Legends. I hope we get another Commander Legends set. I thought this one and then also Baldur's Gate were so cool.
So, fun game we play with these. In the commons, we look for a Viscera Seer. And the first one we open every stream, we sign and serialize.
Oh.
So if that happens, I'll show you how to do that.
Do you know what number Viscera Seer you're on?
Well, we always do number 1 of 1 because we only sign the first one we open every stream, and we date it. So they're technically more rare than the 100.
Okay, interesting. I like that. I like that a lot. Ember Wild Captain. Belby Corrupted Observer, and a foil Slurk, all ingesting.
So we were opening this set when the Phyrexian Praetor Secret Lair came out that had those serialized mirrored Viscera Seers. There were 100 of them. They were the first ever serialized cards in Magic. And we were just joking around about making ours more rare. Well, we can make serialized cards if they can make serialized cards.
Yeah.
And it just kind of became a thing.
Right.
So we numbered it 1 of 1, and we dated it so that we could continue doing it every stream and have fun with it. So
I've heard of the Legend of Tolerand. Maybe that could be the next serialized thing going on. Necrotic Hex. Ooh. Etched Foil Eligeth Crossroads Augur. And actually, Polly, I do open packs left-handed. I am somewhat ambidextrous, so there are just some things that I end up doing with my left hand, and I did not even realize that I open packs left-handed until Lance pointed it out to me during like a training day. I was like, huh, I never even thought about that.
and it was funny because it was like pretty much like first or second pack you opened.
Yeah. Armored Sky Hunter. All right, I'll try, Jim. It's going to be very sloppy.
I wouldn't worry about it. I just do what's comfortable for you.
Oh my gosh, it's kind of breaking my brain.
Don't let chat peer pressure you. The other joke is Myth typos. Sometimes he's one of our other mods, and it's become peer pressure on the stream.
Okay, I'll try this way then. Okay. Foil Marlboro. Eject Reluctant Guardian.
Doesn't it feel weird to do things backwards?
Oh my god, it feels so weird.
So yeah, we're definitely going with the other way.
There we go.
we tried.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back through these real quick. Okay, just to make sure.
Just to make sure that they feel correct.
All right, second Final Fantasy Play Booster. forgot these are the Japanese packets. Okay. Like as in from Japan, not that they are Japanese. Xanarkand, Ancient Metropolis.
Yeah, I mean the name card's just there between packs, so you know who's opening. Unfortunately, it's kind of that's where it goes. It's where we need it for video purposes. So, is what it is. That's fun.
Golbez, Sir Conrad, Clive's Hideaway. I actually think so. When I was in elementary school, I got my right hand, specifically this finger, smashed in a doorway. And so I had like a splint or like something like really large over it. And I just couldn't use my right hand for like a lot of things. So I think I just got more used to using my left hand. And then it just became natural for me to use my left hand for certain things.
I remember one summer. Make sure you open them on camera.
No.
I remember one summer we had like, I don't remember how it worked, but we had this like unlimited bowling thing, and I had gotten a blister on my right thumb, so then I learned how to bowl left-handed. Talk about awkward, but it's fun.
Foil Bardsville. Ooh, Tifa Lockhart. Very cool.
Got to play Tifa in a draft last night. That was fun.
Oh, I bet that was so cool.
Yeah, it was until I never drew her except one game, which was a bummer. But the one time I did get to play Tifa, it was fun.
Okay. As long as you got to use her once. I think it's the worst feeling in Limited when you get a card and you don't even see it once. And it's like, oh my god. All right, last Final Fantasy Play Booster. Foil, or not foil, sorry. Minwoo White Mage. Right, there you go. Thank you very much, Rainfire. Hope you enjoyed these. There were some really cool ones, especially the Golbez.
Appreciate everybody supporting the stream, hanging out today. If you could do us a huge favor, tap that like button to help stream out more than you know. And let's get a bunch of likes for our new streamer, Patrick. I did get to draft a mono green deck. It wasn't the Tifa deck, but that was really fun.
Next, we've got Brett with 3 Lord of the Rings set boosters.
You're welcome, Rainfire.
Wait.
That's right. It's starting with the list card.
I forgot about the existence of the list. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So the list will be in the front,
very,
which is very throwing when you're opening Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You get a real magic card.
I was not expecting to see a magic card in the Lord of the Rings, like as in like. Yeah.
It throws me too. Like when I'm opening Mystery Booster 2 and I get to the land spot, it's like Cryptic Spires. I'm like, wait, did I open the wrong pack?
All right, Horn of the Mark. Well, that's a pretty cool hit. Oh yeah, Gimli. Wow. Highlander, that sounds awesome.
I had like the Shrew
man.
Puff or whatever, and I could put counters on Tifa. That was pretty sick.
That's cool. Wow. That's really awesome. Tifa just seems super fun. If you can like just, at least in Commander, if you can make sure you just like knock someone out one in a row, like for each turnaround, that's really cool. Aragorn, company leader, and then showcase Frodo, Sauron's Bane. Or if you can fling her, that'd be sick. I am a huge Commander player, Jim. I love Commander so much. So you'll probably hear me talk about things a lot from a Commander perspective. Foil, Fall of Care Andros. Ooh, wow. Okay, and the One Ring.
We got it.
Man, that's awesome. Oh,
Patrick feels
geez.
its power.
Okay. The Temptation. No. Eleanor Gardner. Also a really sweet card.
Once you sleeve it, you're protected from the temptation.
Man, that's so awesome. Well, thank you so much, Brett. I hope you enjoyed these. Next, we've got High Muck with 5 Final Fantasy play boosters. 1, 3, 4, 5. All right, High Muck, good luck. Thanks, Bidness. It was a cool hit. Wow. Ooh, cute Moogle art card. All right, let's go. Raban, Bull of Alamigo. I can appreciate the art for them, Jim, but I don't really collect them. I guess I might try to get 1 or 2 based off of the commanders that I play, just so that I can have like an extra card for them because I like their art in general. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, Absolute Virtue. And Midgar, City of Mako. It was Maxine, I agree. I think, I don't remember if that's for the commander or if it's for the Saga Moogle, but I think that one would be a fun build around, just like a Moogle commander. We've got, which one's this? SRAM, Senior Artificer, Aspherian Swordmaster, and the Wandering Minstrel.
Our hero Tolerand has arrived in Twitch chat.
Is this it? The legendary Tolerand? The mythical Tolerand? Ooh, Ishtola art card. Very cool. Might be worth a little something. I've heard the art card market is kind of popping off with the set.
Which is wild.
Yeah. Joshua, Phoenix is dominant. Very cool. This is a solid rare. A commander that I think I'd like to build around.
So it's so funny. They have art cards that are finally doing something in Final Fantasy, and then in Edge of Eternities, they're not putting art cards in play packs anymore.
Right.
They're only in collector packs. What has happened to the world?
That's crazy. Next, they're going to start doing foiled signature art cards or something. Who knows? Last play booster, though.
Maybe serialized art cards.
Yeah. Oh, man. Ooh, and a Yuna. Very cool. We've got Teferi, Mage of Zalfir. I picked up the Final Fantasy X precon.
That goes in the rare pile.
Memory. Oh, yep. Thank you. That one's a rare. Memories returning.
So I'm not entirely convinced that they want to make art cards more rare. I think they didn't want to get rid of art cards, but I really believe that they made the play boosters only have double-sided tokens because players have said forever we need more tokens. They got rid of ad cards. They're getting rid of art cards so that where you need tokens, where you play them in draft, you'll actually have access to them. I think that was the primary move, and I don't think they wanted to get rid of art cards, so they decided to put them in the collector boosters. That will make them more rare, but other than these sets like Final Fantasy, like I still don't see art cards having a huge market. There are a few collectors, but nowhere near as many as like packs and stuff.
Hi, Muck. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed those. Next, we've got Durst with 1 Tarkir Dragonstorm Collectors and 5 Final Fantasy Play Boosters.
It's a great question, Cade. Patrick will have to take a look at that and answer it before he opens these next packs.
Parkier Collector. 5 Final Fantasy Play Boosters. Oh. Oh gosh. I guess since black is my favorite color, I'm probably a force of
The Sith.
yes. I don't know if I want to say of Darth Jar Jar or something, but yes. I'm a Sith force, I suppose. Hello, Astral. Thanks for joining us today. Let's start with the Final Fantasy Play Boosters, and then we'll get into the Collector Pack. Good luck, Durst. It ripped all the way. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right here. Right in the little corner. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Yeah,
This pack must be hiding like the best cards ever, right?
Right, I was gonna say this pack better have something spicy for all this effort. Oh my.
Just pull across the top seam.
Yep.
Should just be able to force it open.
There you go. We've got. Oh wow. Okay. I guess it was way worth the effort. We've got an ancient copper dragon. Very nice.
It was hiding in there.
Oh man, and a Vaughn street thief.
That's a sick pack.
Okay.
Congrats, Durst.
Okay.
I wish they were all that hard to open if they all had an ancient copper dragon in them. It'd be worth it.
Yeah, man, that was sick. Okay, I can't let this become a thing though. There you go. Yeah, you're very welcome, Durst. I'm glad. I'm glad you got something you were looking for. That's really awesome. Oh, wow. Okay, Lightning, Army of One. Man, amazing second hit. And Bart's and Boko. Okay, looks like I've still got a little bit of the new streamer luck left.
I think they just call it the moonshot luck.
Okay. The moonshot luck. Light up the stage through the ages. A Realm Reborn. Summon Anima, just a personal favorite. I loved Final Fantasy X, and that summon was always so cool. So gnarly to my child brain. I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is crazy looking. Mm-hmm. Stiltskin, Moogle Merchant. Edgar, King of Figaro. Thanks, Astral. We'll see how long it lasts. Oh, man. Foil Anime Art Fire Crystal. And Summon Brynhilder. Man. All right, some really awesome Final Fantasy packs. And now to the Dragonstorm Collector Booster. New Way Forward, Showcase Foil. Ooh, Jeskai Revelation, Mythic of the Pack. Jeskai, yeah, Showcase. Frostcliff Siege. Extended Art Tempest Technique. Foil Tursa Light Shatter. Very nice. Sweet. Durst, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your packs. There were some really cool things here. Ooh. That is an interesting proposition, Neerlath. I do think maybe a little bit. There could be a slight feels bad there, you know? But I do think it would be really fun to do something for April Fools. I don't know. But maybe something more cheeky. Like showing up as like imagine just like one of those all green suits, and then you just have exposed hands. So it's just like a ghost essentially opening packs or something. But give me one moment while I get together some more name cards, please.
Yeah, Neerlath, you know, that's be a fun prank, I think. But I think, you know, as a WPN game store and as a stream that takes things, try to keep things really professional, especially with particularly being a WPN store. That's not probably something we would actually do. Well, I agree it would be funny. We wouldn't want to rub anybody the wrong way and make them think like that's an actual thing that happens, because we do take that type of stuff very seriously here. It's important. Like, people should trust us and be able to trust us to do that. So
I propose the idea of maybe wearing like the green suit for April Fools or something.
yeah, so like for Halloween, I wear a green shirt so I can be a floating head. I think I've streamed on Halloween like at least 2 of the last 4 years.
Oh, that's cool.
So I always just be the floating head for Halloween.
5 Final Fantasy play boosters for Jones Good. Good luck. Jones Goods. Good's luck.
Something like that would be pretty funny. I don't know how any of that works, but it would be pretty funny.
I would use an anime filter. I think that'd be so funny.
We could be like pack opening VTubers with human hands.
Yeah, that would be cool. Ooh, Jumbo Cactuar. Cool first hit. Oil Shantoto. A Realm Reborn showcase art.
So a lot of people get to see us open pack, but we've only had a very limited number of people who have actually done it on stream. I know this is only your second stream so far, but what's like your favorite thing about this so far?
Let me think about that for a little bit.
Sure.
Ninja's Blades.
And getting a paycheck's a valid answer.
That's pretty. Yeah, I mean, actually, just getting paid to open packs. I think that part's pretty sweet. But no, for real though, I think it's just exciting getting to open things for people and then see what they get.
Yeah, we're not in a Saw movie, but
yeah, yeah, this isn't Duskborns. But no, I think just opening packs and then seeing what you get is probably the most fun thing about it. And I get to live vicariously through you guys. Esper Origins.
every time we open one of these packs, it's just so cool how awesome the art is in this set. And it's like that in every Magic set these days, to be honest. But it never ceases to amaze me how great artists can be while I can barely draw a stick figure.
Yeah, I find 2D art to be some of the most amazing. I just think it's incredible. So many different styles. Yeah, I agree. And then we've got Zodiark, Umbral God, and a Sid from Final Fantasy X. Very nice. I do a little bit of 3D work, 3D graphics and animation, and I enjoy doing that. I'm not good at 2D art at all. In fact, I find 2D art to be so overwhelming and daunting, and I can't believe how insane some artists are. Jones Goods, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed these. Next, we've got Magic Vlad with 1 mystery booster, 2, and then 5 Final Fantasy play booster. Gotta get a new box for this one. Hi, Achilles. Welcome. Yes, as Lance said, I'm Golgari. I love Golgari. I have like 5 or 6 Golgari commander decks now. I love black. I also have Orzhov, Rakdos, Mono Black, and Dimir. But Golgari by far is my favorite.
As long as you aren't a mono blue player, you're allowed here. Mono blue.
No. I can't stand playing blue though. That is just not a play style for me. It was hard for me to build a Dimir deck. That was probably the most challenging deck for me to make.
If our one of our mods, Myth, is lurking, that'll bring Myth out. Myth is a very, very blue player.
5 Final Fantasy play boosters, and then 1 Mystery Booster 2 coming up.
The back in the middle row. You're allowed to play blue. It's not my preferred choice personally, but everybody has their own play style. That's why there's 5 colors of Magic, right?
That's very true. Yeah. We'll save that one towards the end as the mystery. So right now, let's start with the Final Fantasy. Good luck, Vlad. Yes, I love black, but then I also love tokens. So pretty much all my decks are kind of geared towards tokens and overwhelming people with just like a big board, or just finding a way to use them in interesting ways. Vial Smasher the Fierce as Clive Rossfield. And a character art, Arden the Usurper. Very cool. Very cool.
See, like, I can get behind Simic. Like, control is, like, I'm not a big control player.
Same for me. Like, I like black, but not really the control-y aspect of black. More so like the use life as a resource aspect of it. Sir Conrad as Golbez, clad in darkness, and Kane, traitorous dragoon.
I feel like in black, like in Commander specifically, you have so much life you could do so many things with, but like in Standard and Modern, it's much more limited, if that makes sense, because you only have 20 life.
Right, definitely. It makes it feel a lot more difficult. Like Dark Confidant, it's a cool card, but I imagine in like a format where you only have 20 health, it's a lot more scary to use. The Fire Crystal.
It's also kind of crazy when like aggro is actually the main feature in Standard right now. Like you can't afford to lose life with Dark Confidant.
Right, yeah. Especially like because like all those, I don't know much about Standard, but I know like the mice decks and like the Izzet decks are popping off.
Well, the top 8, every single deck has red in it.
Oh, okay, for sure, yeah.
So,
and then VV's turning into a menace. Aerith.
No intervention.
Right, no intervention.
I was checking.
Aerith lives today. And then last Final Fantasy play booster.
So unlike Final Fantasy VII, in Magic Booster Pack, Aerith lives more often than she dies.
That might be a you question. Ooh. Showcase Darkness Crystal. I think the art for that one is really cool. And Zodiac Umbral God. Okay. And then on to Mystery Booster 2. Achilles, do you not like tokens? Please, they're my favorite. I don't think I've ever opened up a Mystery Booster 2.
Okay, so Mystery Booster 2, you're going to get 2 cards of each color.
Oh,
They're going to be commons and
weird.
uncommons.
Okay.
And then you get a multicolor card. Then you get a land or artifact.
Timeless Dragon. Okay.
Or a rare, I guess. I guess maybe the multicolor
and
could
then
be an artifact.
Mystical Dispute. Ooh, and that's a cool hit. Very cool.
Future Sight City Brass.
Awesome. That's really awesome.
And then you get a test card.
And then
we just leave those up too.
there we go. Well,
So basically,
that's not a permanent, so.
Yeah, you gotta target.
Okay.
But basically in those you get 2 cards of each color. Then you get a multicolor artifact or something, and then you get a rare. You get a white border, which can be a rare mythic, a feature site, which can be a rare mythic, and then you get a test card. And there's about a 1 in 20 pack chance that the feature site's can be a foil, and some of those foils like Soul Ring, Urza, stuff like that can be like north of $100. Not all of them,
Right.
but some of them.
No, I did a mystery booster draft a few weeks ago. It was for a friend's birthday, and his box had the foil Urza, and it was incredible
Dang,
to run into.
that's sick.
But yeah, Magic Vlad, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed those. Next up is Irina with 3 Final Fantasy play boosters. Yeah. Ooh, Toxrill, that card's a little too brutal for me.
Queen Honey of all people started with a Toxrill deck.
It's a super cool card, but it's also just like, ooh, I don't know.
It's super
I wanna,
mean.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to put people through that. Good luck, Irina. Hi, Andrew. Thanks for joining us. Xanarkand, Ancient Metropolis, and Genji Glove for a double rare pack. And Tidus, who is from Xanarkand. Very cool. Nice little bit of flavor there. Jim, yes. Old as in just like mechanically old, or like the old border?
I think he means cards where the main character's over 80 years old.
Foil Summon Primal Odin, and then Through the Ages Stroke of Midnight. Ooh, and a Tifa Lockhart.
Like if they made a Betty White Secret Lair, I think that would qualify as an old Magic card.
Yeah. I mean, some of the Warhammer characters are pretty old, right? Probably within the grand scheme of things. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Nearlat, that Super Void card just seems like a better version of Grave Pact and Dictate of Erebos. It is kind of wild. The art is awesome on it, though. Through the Ages Lightning Bolt. Hope S-Time character art. All right. Thank you so much, Irina. I hope you enjoyed these.
It's a very specific question. I don't know if I've ever thought about that before. I would be a creature person, probably.
Yeah, I'm a creature person too. I think I tend to try to fit in as many creatures into my decks as possible. Next up, we've got Stephanie with 4 Final Fantasy play boosters. Hi, Bacall. Thanks for joining us today. Hi, Pitch. Thank you for that. Oh, thanks, Bacall. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, Jim, so creatures, definitely much more of a creature person. I am not that into equipment, and I don't like planeswalkers very much. So I will probably try to avoid using those in decks if I can, but that's just kind of a me thing. Foil, Kane, Trader's Dragoon, and Excalibur 2. There are some cool instants out there. What's your favorite card?
It'd be funny if their favorite card's not an instant.
Yeah. Jekt, Reluctant Guardian with Fang right behind him. Akeem, I feel that. Yeah. There are just a lot of cool creatures out there. Dion, Bahamut's Dominant. And then last play booster. Ooh, foil Sephiroth's Intervention. Lindbloom, Industrial Regency. Borderless art. Very cool. Stephanie, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed these.
So I know I put it in the title of the stream. I forgot to put it on the schedule, so I'm probably going to put a quick one-liner on there here in a second. But today is this training day with Patrick, so it's a very chill stream, like the title says. We're not going super fast, so just please be patient with us. Patrick's doing great. We're very happy to have him here on the team, but just wanted to set some expectations that we will get through the schedule. If it gets super long and we need to speed things up at the end, I'll hop on and open the rest of the stuff we need to get caught up. But just know, obviously, this is Patrick's second stream, so it's not going to be like the same speed that Queen Honey or I do things. We're more focused on learning and training than anything else. So
Thanks, Lance. I appreciate it, and I'm really happy to be here. So next up, we've got our hero Tolerand. We've got 2 AFR collector boosters and 2 Commander Masters set boosters. Let's go ahead and start with those. Hi, Wet Sauce. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you, Weavy. I really appreciate it. All right, good luck, Tolerand. And Jim, I do like battles. I think there's room for them. Okay, Chromatic Lantern will hit. Very cool. And Emerald Medallion, also really cool. And Mizzix of the Ismagnus for a triple rare pack. That was cool. I do like battles. I think they should definitely explore them a little more. I think there's potential there. I don't use any of them. But
now the trick question is, does he mean Magic card battles or Magic pack battles?
That is a good question, actually. Thanks, Astral.
We're going to go with both. Magic pack battles are complicated.
Yeah. Sower of Discord. That's a good card. Fiery Confluence. And Teferi, Temporal Archmage. Ooh.
Bubblegum face.
Yes. And then we've got Morophon, the Boundless, as the character portrait art. I don't know if that's what it's called, but
I think it's called profile art, technically.
Profile art.
I mean, basically same thing.
That's it.
You got Danitha with arms.
We do. Yeah, with arms.
So Danitha comes in a pack called, I can't remember. I think it's called Armed. One of the Jumpstart packs. Maybe it's unarmed.
Nice.
I think it's an unarmed pack or something like that. So I always call it Danitha with arms just to specify. It's
okay.
more fun that way.
Thanks, Epic Bad Boy D. I appreciate it. Next, let's go. We're doing the Adventures in Forgotten Realms collector boosters. Okay, so these are probably towards the back.
Yeah, there's going to be a land, and then you start getting into rares.
Foil
There'll be
fighter
some
class.
commons in here too, but
Extended Art Hellish Rebuke, Extended Art Dancing Sword, Null Hunter, Evolving Wilds. Ooh, the Showcase Art Zariel, Archduke of Avernus. I think that's Avernus.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
I do the same thing every time.
And then Extended Foil Yuan T. Malison.
One more pack. Are we hunting for old Gnawbone? Is that what we're going for
Let's
here?
see what we get. Thanks, my dude. I really appreciate it. We got foil Oswald Fiddlebender. Extended art Share the Spoils. Extended art Treasure Chest. Pixie Guide. Owlbear. Zorn with the dungeon with like the book art.
What is this called? The monster manual or like
Yeah,
I forget what
so.
it's called.
In a Cave of the Frost Dragon. Ooh, in
Or
foil.
That's the module art.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's called like the monster man. I don't know. I can't. It was when was AFR? How many years ago was that? It was a long time ago.
2021 for AFR.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Thank you so much, Tolerand. Hope you enjoyed these.
Appreciate everybody supporting the stream, everybody liking, lurking, chatting. The packs do go off the page, just so y'all are aware, but we're just going to leave it on the short schedule so that we're not like trying to go crazy and have something super long. Looks like we probably have just like a few orders on the second page, but we're definitely not trying to like get a huge long list going today. So we're just going to leave it on the short schedule. If you have questions where you're at on the schedule, you can always type !schedule on chat. That will show you the full list today, including everything we've already opened. All you got to do is find the person at the top of the list, which, if my eyes serve me correctly, I believe is Michael. Probably need new glasses. But look for Michael, and then you'll see where we're at on the schedule, and you can look and see how much further down you are from there.
Getting together some name cards right now.
We'll take care of you if you do, Kate. But so everything ordered today will be open today. If it gets really long, I can hop on and just like knock the queue down. But the goal is to have Patrick open as much as possible today and just get a feel for how things go. If you're new, welcome to the stream. We are Moonshot Games, a brick and mortar game store in Noblesville, Indiana. Patrick is our new streamer today training. Anybody can get packs, but you do have to have a U.S. shipping address. Shipping is $6 for up to 9 packs or $10 for up to a 500 count box. You can buy packs at moonshotsgamestore.com/live. It's on the playmat. It is pinned to the top of chat, or you can type !shop in chat to get that link. That's the only page on the site where you can get stuff opened live. Everything else ships sealed and has separate shipping charges. If you already paid for shipping earlier this week, starting Wednesday, moving forward, tonight's stuff will auto-combined. And any more packs you buy through the end of Monday's stream, as long as you don't go over your shipping limit of 9 packs for the $6 or 500 count box for the $10. And now it's time to open some packs.
Next, we've got Michael with 3 Innistrad Play Boosters, 3 Duskborn Play Boosters, and 3 Lost Caverns of Ixalan set boosters. Nice bit of variety here. Michael, good luck. We'll go in order. We'll start with the Innistrad, move on to Duskmorn, and then end with the Lost Caverns. Ooh, cool. Storm Carved Coast. I love these lands. And I'm glad that they printed the whole cycle so quickly. Hermit Druid, very cool hit.
Unrelated note, I saw somebody asking recently if they're doing all the shocks or just the 5 in Edge of Eternities. I didn't see him ask today, but somebody asked recently. And they did confirm that it's only the 5 enemy shocks in Edge of Eternities.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I hope the rest of them get printed soon.
Probably in Lorwyn, I'd imagine.
Okay. Angel Fire Ignition. And Old Border Wedding Announcement. I haven't seen an Old Border flip card. Very interesting. But yes, the avatar art was super cool. It was I love
Aang.
Yeah, the Aang art was really dope. I thought it was cool how they had him in the final battle against Sozai. Yeah, I think that's his name. Come back wrong. Ooh, Phantasmal Image.
That was a special guest,
Yeah,
actually.
special. Oh yeah, special guest Phantasmal Image. That's really cool. Ozai. There we go. Not Sozai. It's Sozin's Comet, but then Fire Lord Ozai. Okay.
They're using Galaxy Foil and Edge of Eternities. You get 0 to 3 Galaxy Foils per collector pack, I believe.
Oh, that's cool. Makes sense. Dissection Tools. Last Duskmorn. Apologies if I do knock into the mic. Thornspire Verge. Very cool. I love this land cycle too. Lane Line of Mutation. Double rare.
Yeah, so that Singularity foil is the headliner card of the set. So they're actually not doing a serialized card for the headliner. They're doing that very special treatment Singularity foil. And that is the only card that's on, and it's going to be in less than 1% of packs. We don't know how rare it is, but it's probably going to be pretty rare.
On to Lost Caverns. Pugnacious Hammer Skull Showcase. And Warden of the Inner Sky. Double rare. Ooh, and then a Questing Beast from the list.
Card has so much text. But the sad thing is, we think it's a lot of text, but you see the cards now, and some have even more than that, which is crazy.
That's true. Favorite standard set based on theme.
Invasion.
Honestly, I do love Kavu, and then seeing the Restless Anchorage, seeing the the spoiler for the legendary Kavu in Edge of Eternities.
Yeah.
It's just like, I wonder where they're going with this. I do have a soft spot for Kavu.
Although I didn't completely memorize everything they said, but I feel like they said the Kavu or just the Kav there. Like they're still spelled Kavu, but they don't use the U or something. It's weird.
Interesting. The U is silent now.
They make weird things up in space, I guess.
Magmatic Galleon. Awesome. Thank you so much, Michael. I hope you enjoyed these.
Let's get to 50 likes, chat. We only need 12 more. That would be fun for Patrick.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yep. Next, we've got Riley with 5 Lost Caverns of Ixalan set boosters. This is all the other.
Put it on screen, I'll tell you. So, Patrick is new to the stream. You can just take the whole cardboard if you want, or take it off either way. You see that 5-row box right to the left of the 2x2 collector packs over there? See how it says, see that first row right there? That's kind of empty. Just throw it in there. So, Patrick doesn't know how we do box toppers, so it's a great opportunity for me to tell anybody else who might not know. Basically, if you buy packs in a box that has a box topper that is a decent box topper that has a chance of getting something good, we will write down each pack you get in the box. So like in this case, the person got the first pack and it is Riley, right? So Riley in this box would have pack number 1. So I'd write down Riley number 1 and then say somebody else buys the other 29 packs. Say Patrick bought them, right? So Patrick would have packs 2 through 30. Once a week, roughly, I will go and write down all the packs that were bought with box stoppers to get everybody in the right order. And then I will draw on random.org a random number between 1 and 30. If it's number 1, Riley will get it. If it's number 2 through 30, Patrick will get it. Now, naturally, normally it's a much wider variety of names with different numbers of packs throughout. So, you know, Riley might have 1, I have 2 through 10, Patrick has 11 through 30 or whatever. But whichever number picked, if that's your pack, you get that box stopper, and then we'll put it in your box before it ships this week. But we do have to fill the whole box. We have to sell the whole box before we draw the topper.
Okay.
So
when that happens, good luck, Riley. But for now, we've got 5 Lost Caverns of Ixalan set boosters. Good luck with these.
yeah, we're only 3 likes away from 50. We were very close.
Deep Root Pilgrimage. Ooh. Foil showcase art. Get lost.
I love that art. I don't know why. It's just so cool.
I like the extended art, or I like the showcase arts for this set. I am really into the Incan, Mayan, Aztec type of things. I guess a little bit about me.
Yeah, after
cool.
the pack.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Sorry, pack first.
We don't ever not sell all the packs. We always sell all the packs. It might take time, but we will sell them all.
Abuelo's Awakening. There's that one like Latin America secret lair right now, which I think is super cool. Just a brief thing. My parents are Peruvian, so I have like this ornament. So I think just like the whole vibe of this set is really, really dope.
That's awesome. Yeah, Willow's Awakening gets Omniscience, right? That's the combo card.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Look up Grandpa getting Omniscience on the board.
Okay. I don't know much about Standard. I didn't realize. I knew Omniscience was a popular deck, but I didn't know like what cards were also running it. Okay, that's really cool.
That's what pulls it from the graveyard.
Oh, interesting. Sentinel of the Nameless City. Okay, well, gracias, abuelo. Dire Flail. All right. Last Lost Caverns. Wall of the Forgotten. And a
Or
foil.
Whale.
It's Quint.
Or Whale.
Oh, Whale. Yeah. Whale of the Forgotten. Thank you.
You're welcome. I always joke that it's not like Dolphin of the Forgotten or Shark of the Forgotten. It's the Whale.
Thank you so much, Riley. I hope you enjoyed these. All right, next we've got Diego with 5 Final Fantasy Play Boosters. Okay. Yep, right here. Cool. Yeah, that does. Thank you. Right. Good luck, Diego. Sandwiches, because I think there's more of a variety that you can do.
That's not a choice. They're both.
Okay, yeah, both. But if I had to pick one, probably sandwiches.
A burger is a very specific type of sandwich.
That's very true.
It gets more controversial when if you
From
call
father to son?
a hot dog a sandwich.
Yeah. Or a taco a sandwich. Or a gyro a sandwich. So a burger is a hot sandwich, but not all hot sandwiches are burgers?
The truth.
Ooh, Cloud Midgar Mercenary.
Come on, Buster Sword.
Awesome. Great with the From Father to Son. Cloud is not the sun, but still works well together. That's all right, pack number 3.
I think Edge of Eternity is going to be great. I'm excited for it. I love space stuff. There's
Me
going to be
too.
a land bonus sheet. I mean, what more can you ask for?
I think it's going to be awesome. Ancient Adamantoys. Wow. Cool. 2 mythic packs. Very sweet. Jador Aristocratic Capital. You know what, Zero Guardian? You can have that one. I don't see an argument against cereal not being a soup. Unless soups, you have to consider the broth, and milk is not a broth. Ooh, that's cool. Diabolic Intent. That's a good one. Shantoto's Coercion. And Matoya Archon Elder.
Love the art on Diabolic Intent. I don't know why, but it really just pops compared to everything else.
It does. Yeah, it's got a great color scheme. Sounds really nice.
Doesn't ravioli have to be pasta? I don't feel like Pop-Tarts qualify as pasta. Hard-hitting questions today.
Very, yeah. Real thinkers. Summoner's Grimoire. Diego, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed these.
Well, like, you can have, like, chicken ravioli without cheese in it. You can have cheese ravioli, but that's not what makes it ravioli. Ravioli is just stuffed pasta, right? I don't know the I'm definitely not Italian. So I definitely do not know all the pasta law, but
Right.
from my limited knowledge, I would say ravioli is just stuffed pasta. But again, that probably insults some very, very important pasta lovers.
Next, we've got Kurt with 5 Final Fantasy Play Boosters and 4 Final Fantasy Collector Boosters. Ooh, I'm excited for these. My first Collector Boosters. But let's start with the Play Boosters.
Good call. I would start with those two.
You know what, Cade? I agree. I'm not much of a soup person. That being said, I love ramen. So I don't know what the difference is there for me mentally or physically, I suppose. The Wandering Minstrel, but soup, not so much. Ramen, I love it. The Water Crystal. Mm. Mm-hmm. Clive's Hideaway. You know, Jim, I'm not really sure. I don't normally open collector packs.
Feels plasticky. That's how it feels to me.
Yeah. Oops. Light up the stage through the ages. Midgar, City of Mako. All right, the last play booster. How about you, Jim? Joshua, Phoenix is dominant. Cool rare. Very good one. And a Realm Reborn for your double rare. Onto our collector booster.
So these are the bag of chips ones. There you go.
right. Stiltskin Moogle Merchant Showcase Foil. Foil Laboratory Maniac. Vincent Valentine Extended Art. Cypher Almasi Extended Showcase. Ooh, Tifa Lockhart Character Art. And a foil Triple Triad. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow, cool. Okay. Foil Showcase Summon Bahamut. That one's cool. Through the Ages Counterspell. Foil Extended Chocobo Knights. Extended Hildebrand Manderville. And Showcase Summon Titan. Ooh, and a foil Edgar King of Figaro. That Bahamut is cool. Foil character art Gogo Master of Mimicry. Through the Ages foil Finn the Fangbearer. Golbez Crystal Collector character art extended. I guess those are always extended. Yuffie Materia Hunter extended art. Alisal Levelior extended art. Foil Masamune. Mm-hmm. Okay, for sure. Yeah, that is good to know, especially as Balthier and Fron character art foil. Ooh, that's a good hit. Nyx Bloom Ancient foil Through the Ages. That's cool too. Extended Terra Herald of Hope. Then we've got Cressvelger of the First Brood. Espers to Magicite. Foil Balam Garden Seed Academy. And a foil Waste. Ooh, wait, hold up. Wow, cool. And a foil Barrett Secret Rendezvous. That's going right here. Very cool. Man, these were... Yeah, that's right. Man, these were some cool packs. Okay. Okay.
Thanks for the support, Kurt. Really appreciate it. If anybody ever has any questions, feel free to ask in chat. If we miss it, just repeat yourself. We're not ignoring you, I promise.
Thank you so much, Kurt. I hope you enjoyed these. Okay, next, we've got 3 Final Fantasy play boosters for Andrew. 1, 2, 3. Good luck, Andrew. Jim, I still draft in person every now and then. Not really at stores. I have friends that pick up boxes with every set. And then on occasion, when they want to get together, they're like, let's do a draft.
It's a fun thing to do.
It is. I'm more of a sealed person, but draft is fun from time to time.
Especially if it's your friend's box.
Mm-hmm. That's all. Dark Knight. That's true. Chaos drafts can be a lot of fun. Those ones are super wild. Draft is too thinky for me. That's also probably why I don't play blue. Too much thinking.
Blink every turn.
Yeah. Too many options. Wall of Omens. Choco, Seeker of Paradise. All right, last pack. Gogo seems fun, Astral. I think he's really cool. Summon Brynhildr. And the Lunar Whale for a double rare pack.
Seems like, obviously, with Go-Go being blue, it could do some pretty stupid things in blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like copy Wasteland or something like that. You know, that's a fun ability to copy.
Yeah, on a fun card to copy. Thank you so much, Andrew. I hope you enjoyed these.
Never remember, it's Wasteland that's legal in Commander, and Strip Mine's the one that's banned.
They're both legal.
They're both legal.
Mm-hmm.
There's one land destruction land that's like banned, isn't there? Or am I imagining that? It's probably like casually banned. Like if you play it, you're going to get targeted.
I don't think there is any single target land removal banned, but I do think they are generally frowned upon. But I'm also an advocate for cards like that, not to abuse them, but just because there are some problematic lands that need removed.
Like Myth playing Glacial Chasm.
Yes. Like Glacial Chasm, Gaia's Cradle, Ancient, well, maybe Ancient Tomb, depending on what people are doing. But Travis is up next with 2 mystery boosters, 1 Foundations collector, 1 Final Fantasy collector, and 5 Final Fantasy play boosters. Final Fantasy collector, Foundations collector, Mystery Booster 2s, Final Fantasies. Let's start with the Final Fantasy boosters. Play boosters. Good luck, Travis. Ooh, you're welcome, Andrew. I'm glad. Let us know how that deck goes. I think a commander opening up the option to use green birds is really cool in a more synergistic way. Ooh, Jumbo Cactuar. Yeah, in a more synergistic way than like than Derevi, for example. Carpet of Flowers, very cool through the ages. Ooh, and a Lightning Army of One. That's awesome. Yeah.
Got to play that in the draft. It was fun until it got removed every time.
Okay, sure. That'd be a scary card to keep around.
It did win me a game. I had a
Nice.
Lightning and I had an Aerith on the board. That was
Oh
a
my
mean
gosh.
combo.
Oh, wow. That sounds so hard to get through. That's awesome. Brainstorm. And Cypher Almazi.
The Lightning had first strike and lifelink. And then, so it would pump Aerith. And then Aerith would do double the damage because of Lightning's ability. And it's
my
in the secondary. And then it would gain more life. And then it get another counter.
That's crazy. I didn't even realize Lightning had lifelink. I knew the first strike and trample. Okay.
It's wild.
Okay. Thanks, coaches. Lindblom, Industrial Regency. All right, last play booster for Final Fantasy. Hi, Magic Money. Thank you. Thanks for joining us today. Ooh, Crom, Ludovic's Hope as Barnabas Tharmer, and an Earth Crystal. All right, let's move on to the mystery boosters.
Just in case anybody's wondering, everybody you see
Mystery.
on the schedule is the full schedule. There's nobody below that, just FYI. We're not like going to the long schedule today, but there's nobody below that.
Shared summons. Ooh, an Ether Sworn Canonist. Ooh, and a foil Nalathni Dragon.
So the foils are really hard hits. I mean, a couple of them are over $100. That one's probably not, but I'll look it up just to make sure.
Flower.
It's a very pretty card for sure. And I
It
believe
is, yeah.
that was originally a promo or something.
It was. It came out with like some book. Either that or a magazine. And I think for the longest time that was the only way to get it. Maybe until this set. All right, second mystery booster. Hymn of the Wilds. Veteran Explorer. And a counterspell. Very cool. Future Sight counterspell.
I love how it has the Mercadian Mask art on it.
Yeah. I think so too. And plant a sapling. You think that's one of the numbered tree folk from 1 through 7? Onto the Foundations Collector Booster.
That was like the Song of the Ents or something like that.
Yeah.
The one you're referencing.
No, I'm just thinking of like a Wren.
Oh, gotcha.
And
No,
her-
that makes sense.
Yeah. But I wonder if she actually like combines with tree folks or if it's just with trees.
I don't
And
know.
then she just gives them sentience or something. Foil Extended Raise the Past. Helen Planar Trailblazer. Homunculus Horde Showcase. Foil Spinner of Souls. Foil Extravagant Replication.
Youthful Valkyrie, I think, might be a couple bucks. So I would probably throw
Ooh,
that
okay.
in the Hair
Foil
Parent too.
Hair Parent. And then the Youthful Valkyrie. Let's toss that in there
Youthful
too. Thank
Valkyrie
you.
initially dropped pretty low when Foundations came out, but I feel like it's popped back up already, which is crazy.
All right. Final Fantasy Collector Booster. Wow. Foil Showcase Buster Sword.
So I'd
Man,
put that one in a top loader. I think that
That's
one's north of
awesome.
200 right now.
uploader it is.
Yep. So we just put it
Oh
in
my
a sleeve.
gosh.
Then we grab one of the top loaders, throw it in
Man.
that. Congrats on your Buster Sword. That's pretty sick.
That's awesome.
And you do have the rest of that. So I'm just talking, Patrick. This is the first time we've had to do this. We did have the rest of the pack on camera. It was kind of right behind your
yes.
face, though.
Sorry.
But I would probably, in the future, it was fine the way you did it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I would probably just try to put it more toward the center of the screen so that people can see the full pack out there.
Makes sense.
But again, you could see it. We didn't mess with it. And if you don't know, chat, just FYI, I'm just going to pause here for a second just so
Yep.
I can tell people this. We do have a security camera in the room, too, that can see everything that goes on in the room. So if you ever do have any questions, we do have that footage as well. So there's absolutely zero chance for shenanigans in this room between all the cameras and recordings and stuff we have. So I just want to make sure everybody's aware of that because I don't talk about that very much.
Yep.
So
From what I've learned, we take the utmost importance in making sure everyone is, at ease with everything that happens around here. Thank you very much, Lance. Next, we've got the Cryptic Command. Ooh, Grahatia, for Scion Reborn. Golbez Crystal Collector, Lifestream's Blessing, and a foil Bartz and Boko. Boko?
I would say Boko, but I have no clue. Could honestly probably be either
Awesome.
one.
Man, Travis, thank you so much. These were awesome. This was so cool. Hope you enjoyed these.
Yeah, definitely appreciate the support of everybody hanging out today. Obviously, today's the training stream with our new streamer, Patrick. Definitely super excited to have Patrick here. This is his second stream. He's doing amazing. But like I said, we are taking this as a training opportunity. So, speaking of training opportunity, what I would do with this particular one, I would put the top loader between the sleeved cards and the unsleeved cards. Just like so everything's consistent. Consistency is one of the big things to make sure that our processes all run the way they're supposed to and whatnot. And then I would put it sideways in the row back here. What you can do is you can take a divider and put a divider on either side. And then if you do find yourself using this row later on, I would just throw a divider right here like that. So what y'all can't see is off to the left side of the desk, which I think actually might look like the right side on camera. I forget which way we have it flipped. There's a 5-row box that we store all your cards in between the stream and then packing your cards up. So we're just making sure that everything has its own place so that your cards remain your cards. So
Thanks, Astral. Next, Irina with 2 Final Fantasy play boosters. Good luck. Yep. Xenosia Galvis, character art. Ooh, an A-tier and Pruin. No. Time feels like it goes by very fast while we're doing this. It's crazy.
Because it's crazy fun.
Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed these. It is a lot of fun. Right.
So I'm just showing Patrick how it's super easy to identify the Japanese collectors. So we have the 5 play packs there, and then the 2 Japanese collectors. The 2 easy ways to tell is they have that big giant crimping at the top that has the punch out hole. But the other way I always double check is that I check the right side, and obviously it's in Japanese. Like in English, that would say collector booster.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we get to the Japanese packs. We always open them from the bottom because that's the easy way to do it.
Yeah. All right, Beall, good luck.
Do you like foreign cards?
When I was younger, I used to. Now, I go back and forth. It really depends. I really like to try to collect the Yanat Heart of Hedeling. I really like to try and get like the Lunar New Year's cards whenever I can for ones that I'm interested in.
So like the promos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so like I like to get that relevant language. So it's like, since it's a Chinese thing, I kind of like to get it in the Chinese language if I can, or simplified Chinese. There are like Japanese promo tokens that I really like to collect. I'll try to get those in Japanese if I can. So it really depends. Lusu's Sacrifice.
Ewick, yes you can. You can get up to the 9 packs or up to a 500 count box without paying for shipping again. Since you paid last night, you're good through the end of Monday night stream. Starting Wednesday, that'll be a new shipping week, and you'd have to pay for shipping again.
That's a cool one. Kenrith, Return King, as Noctis Lucas Calum.
Kenrith always has the coolest ones.
And Jill, Shiva's Dominance. Yeah, he does. I feel like there's just a lot that you can do that's aesthetically pleasing with this deck block.
Just do rip and hold. Just make sure you use the same email and name. That's the easiest way to make sure that they get put together. If you use a different name, you'll need to contact us. But if you use the same name, you're good.
Raban, Bull of Alamigo. IS90. It's going well. Ooh. And a Sid from 4. Sweet. It's still a thrill. It's really fun.
I mean, I'm 4 years in, and it's still fun. So.
Yeah.
Is this our last play pack?
This is our last play pack. Thank you. Yes. Sir Conrad as Golbez. Ooh, and a character art Aerith.
Aerith, I feel like, is a fan favorite.
All right. Aerith, you're safe today. All right, next moving on to our Japanese collectors.
Just make sure you open them on screen.
Thank you.
Like, these are a little trickier to open because you don't have as much room as the bottom of the pack because they're the crimp at the top is so large there's not as much open space. You can go down both sides of the bottom or just get the complete side open. Either way works for you. Okay, so it's
Ooh,
test.
Genova.
Okay, we got this one.
Ancient Calamity, maybe. Foil Showcase. Wait, hold up. What is this? Fatal Push?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Fatal Push. Ooh, Absolute Virtue. Siegfried. I don't remember the last part, but like Legendary Swordsman
I
or
think
something.
getting the first name's good enough.
Oh, another Genova. Kane.
Nice,
No.
you did it.
Okay, and then Fat Chocobo, Zidane.
It's
and
amazing
a
for
few
your
others.
first
Thank
for your
you.
first Japanese pack.
I appreciate it.
Beall, thanks for the test.
Okay,
No, you
try this
cannot
one.
pull the serialized Chocobo in Japanese packs. You can only open them in English collector packs. You can pull all the neon inks. You can pull the black oil slick Chocobo, but you can only pull the serialized, the 77 serialized in the English collector pack. Good luck on your last pack.
Mm-hmm.
Here we
All right,
go.
let's see what we got. Lindblom. Wall of Omens. Summon Primal Odin. Some guy
What's the mana value on it?
who's 7 or
That's
6 and a
cyan.
white.
Cyan,
Oh,
yeah.
Cyan. Okay. Cypher. Xenos.
In the 7th Heaven Plains.
Very nice. Awesome. Thank you so much, Beall. I hope you enjoyed these.
Get these put away for you real quick. And then looks like Stephanie's going to be up next.
Thanks, Beall. That's really kind of you. Thank you too, Lance. Give me one moment while I get together some name cards.
Patrick, are you in the Discord?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
You are in the Discord.
I'm pretty sure
I
I
almost
am.
tagged you the other day, but I wasn't sure if you wanted to change your nickname before you before I tagged you. So I was gonna leave that up to you. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure before.
No, for sure. But yes, I am in the Discord.
I'll tag him in the Discord so y'all know who he is.
I'm not the most active, but I will, if anyone ever wants to talk or chat or anything, please feel free to reach out.
I just tagged him to make his phone make a ding noise.
There it was.
Yeah, that was.
Energy.
If anybody has any questions, please let us know. We're happy to help with those as well. If anybody wants to get packs, you can get those at moonshotgamestore.com/live. That's the only page on the site where we can open them live. Everything else ships sealed. Just don't forget, it's a drop-down menu with the packs. So if you're interested, check those out. We got all sorts of stuff. We do have Final Fantasy Play, Collector, Japanese Collector. But we got a ton of other collectors going all the way back to Throne of Eldraine through the present, including the hard-to-get stuff like Lord of the Rings Special Edition, Foundations, Ravnica Remastered, Bloomborough, all sorts of fun stuff. So make sure to check out what we have available, especially if you're new.
Next is Stephanie with 1 Final Fantasy Play Booster and 1 Mystery Booster.
Good luck.
Mystery 2 Booster. Mystery Booster. Okay. Good luck. Lindblom, Industrial Regency. And now on to Mystery Booster. Press down. Ooh. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. White border. And Dakmore Sorceress. Very cool. And then Magus of the Chains for your test card. Very sweet. Thank you, Stephanie. I hope you enjoyed these.
My favorite test card, just from the name, is Pinchy Mixing Butt. Scorpion.
Funny. Do you remember what it does?
I just remember it's a scorpion and it's named Pinchy Mixing Butt.
That's funny.
I don't care what it does. The art and name are too perfect to have it. That and like the other fun ones like Noble Ox is no blocks if you say it fast, and it can't block, or like you can't block it. I can't remember which one. So they have some fun ones like that too.
Yeah, that's fun. That's really fun. Next is Jack with 2 double Masters draft boosters. Oh, whoops. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, for sure. 1 double Masters.
So
draft
these are
booster.
tricky. We've definitely had this problem before, but there's no better way to do it. But it's 1 double Masters 2022 draft pack.
True. Okay. Thank you, Lance. Good luck, Jack. Ooh, okay, there we go. Cedrus, the Trader King, and Venser, Shaper Savant. Showcase Lightning Bolt. That's pretty cool. Very nice. Thank you, Jack. I hope you enjoyed that. Next is Ryan with 5 Final Fantasy Play Boosters. There you go. All right, good luck, Ryan. Midgar, City of Mako. Or maybe it's Mako. Any Final Fantasy players out there?
So my whole entire life as a kid, it was Mako.
Okay.
And then I played Remake, and it's very definitely Mako.
Okay, for sure.
So my life was shattered.
I think this is the whole Titus and Titus thing too.
I can't with Titus. Like, I know it's right, but it's Titus. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That one I'm not going back on.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Foil Sid from 3. That's
So
cool.
foil sits out of play packs are super hard pulls. So that's super cool.
Yeah,
Congrats.
that's really awesome. Lightning Bolt, Through the Ages, Benot. Mako when it was back Mako. Now that there's voice. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Calculated.
Are you sure calculated? Because I could swear I heard him say Mako in Remake.
I feel like I should know this because I've watched Advent Children several times.
Maybe they keep changing it.
That's true. Adeline, Resplendent Cathar. That's a cool hit. Adeline is sweet. Ooh, okay. But not as sweet as this. Wow. Okay. Vivi Ornitier. Okay. Dang. Awesome. Very sweet pull. Ooh, an Clive, Ifrit's Dominant. Wow, Ryan with the mythics.
So as a kid, I always said Kate Sith, but then somebody told me it was Celtic, and it's really Ket She,
Mm-hmm.
and that like broke my mind too.
Yeah. All right. Last play booster. The Wandering Minstrel character art. And a Hope S-Time for a double rare hit. Very nice. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed these, Ryan. That was really cool. I think that's my favorite thing about this. Just getting the chance to pull really cool things.
There's some pretty wild things out there to pull too.
There are. All right, next is Beall with 4 Mystery Booster 2 packs.
So we do still have plenty of time, chat. I'm not trying to like scare anybody off. It is 3:07 Eastern time. We're planning to wrap up around 4 o'clock Eastern time so we can do some practice on packaging cards too. So if you do want to get some orders in, we still have plenty of time. We're not in a rush. But we do want to let you know that we probably have a little less than an hour left for today. So if you do want to get an order in, the earlier you get your order in, the better as far as that goes.
Good luck, Beall. Hi, Caleb. Thanks for joining us today. I'm doing quite well, thank you. How are you doing?
Caleb is our resident dockside hunter.
Oh, okay. I see.
And then dockside got banned.
Yeah. A good time to hunt for them. I guess in some ways. Elsha of the Infinite, Dread Ringers, and Future Sight.
In Future Sight.
In your test, yeah. Future Sight. Annex and Cymede and Kaneos and Tiro.
Better known as the quartet. I'm not saying all those ands.
Yeah. Thank you, Caleb. As in, you pulled a, you ended up pulling a dockside?
Yeah, I ended up pulling a borderless, I believe, if I remember right.
Oh,
from a pack
okay.
at home, I think, if I remember
Oh, man,
right.
awesome.
But then it got banned like 3 days later.
Oh, I see.
It was a painful memory.
It'll probably get its moment back.
But it's got its story
Chainer.
now.
Yeah, that's true. Chainer, Nightmare Adept. Iona, Shield of Emeria. Speaking of band.
Yeah.
And Kobolds of Carekeep as your Future Sight token. Honestly, that's a cool token.
I don't think it's even a token. I think it's just full art card because it has 0 mana.
Oh, wait, yeah,
casting cost.
You're right.
I know that's not where you normally look for casting cost, but that's like a
Okay.
legit card.
Man, that threw me off. Okay.
I
Sweet.
could see why you would think it was a token, though.
And a Subgoy. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Juko. Wake Thrasher. Sword of the Meek. And an Arena. With a TLDR as your test card. Alright. Last pack.
Definitely too much tech.
Is there a TLDR on this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think the title says it all.
Okay. There should be. Alright. Edgewalker. Pretty cool. Path of Discovery. Throes of Chaos. Look at that. The elegance. So simple.
I love how like certain cards they have the text centered and other ones they don't, and I don't know what
Yeah, right.
the boundary is, but I want to know what makes that difference.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. And then Future Sight Engineered Explosives with the Colossal Dreadmaw.
Oh man, we got the Colossal
Yeah.
Dreadmaw.
That one's cool. Thank you very much, Beall. I hope you enjoyed this.
That's hilarious. Wet sauce.
That is funny.
I'm sure if you wanted to color your own cards, you definitely could. And I mean, you can make the Dreadmaw whatever color you wanted, but it's always a green card, sadly. That's actually a really good point on those test cards. You know, it's not like they're super crazy valuable. It'd kind of be fun probably to color some of them in. I just wonder like what type of like medium you would use to do that, because like for a while there I was signing cards with Sharpies, but then on certain printings, I think it was mainly the Japanese stock, the Sharpie would actually like bead up and not take to the surface of the card. So I got these paint pens, and then I was signing one of the cards with a paint pen the other day, and it beat it up on that too. So like, I don't know what you're supposed to use to actually like, I mean, you're not supposed to write on cards, I get it. But like, what are you supposed to use? I don't know. I think it was a foil we were trying to sign with the paint pen that it wasn't taking to.
Brand new box for this. Wet sauce, we've got 7 Lost Caverns of Ixalan set boosters, and then 2 Innistrad Remastered collectors.
I mean, it's a test card, so they're not legal in anything except draft, and like if you rule 0 it into a commander deck. So I honestly think it would be fine. But I mean, it really doesn't matter what other people think. If it's your card and you enjoy it, you should do what you enjoy. That's always been my view on Magic. As long as like everybody's okay with you playing a card, you can rule 0 it in. But like if you want to alter your cards, there are a ton of people that do that. Queen Honey actually does some alters and does some alter streams on her channel. And I always think it's super cool. So if you enjoy doing that, by all means, go for it. Just like make sure, if you want to make it super legible, I would just leave the text or like the power and toughness where you can see it. But if you want to like alter art, I say go for it. Some people, before borderless cards existed, actually painted the rest of the border to make it borderless, which was really cool. And I think that's part of what inspired Magic to do some of these fancy arts like borderless and other stuff like that.
Yep. I absolutely agree. For the most part, everyone in Magic seems to be generally chill with people that do whatever they want to. So yeah, not blasphemy at all. We'll start with the Lost Caverns of Ixalan.
Look, wet sauce.
I think it'd be really fun to color those in. Like Lance was saying, I don't know what you would use to color those, but I'm sure there's like a lot of altruist tips out there for anyone that did want to do something like that.
I'd imagine paint would probably work. Ooh. I love borderless cards. They're so cool.
Bone Horde Dracosaur. That's a cool card. And Fabrication Foundry for a double rare. Wait. All right, and Squirming Emergence foil for a triple rare.
It's like in Surprise, a list card too. It's happened before.
Oh, wow.
It'll happen again one day.
Oh, Hair Talk token or art card. That's cool. Bitter Triumph. Pretty nice. Hit the Mother Load. That's a very fun card. That is a very fun card. Amalia Benavides Aguirre. Foil Bloodthorn Flail. I wish I could roll my R's so bad. I can't do it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't make sense to me either. My Spanish teacher was like, just do it. I'm like, I just can't.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like I know it's all about putting like the tongue on the tip of your mouth, but then it's like, but what next? How do you do it? Ooh, cool. Mythic Veto, Fanatic of Aquazats, great with Amalia from before. Unstable Glyph Bridge. Ooh. Hemin's Aura from the list. That's pretty cool. 2 more set boosters.
You know that Pemin's Aura, supposedly, I haven't actually done it, but I would imagine it's right. It's an anagram for I'm Superman.
No.
Which is a callback to a Magic player whose name I can't remember.
Oh. That's really cool. Do you think he had a hand in designing that card?
Probably.
Sunken Citadel. Ooh. Jurassic Park treasure token. All right. Last set booster. Restless Vents, borderless art, and Intrepid Paleontologist. Now on to our Innistrad Remastered collector boosters. Oh, yep. There you go. No,
These ones are tricky because they're like the Japanese ones, or they are Japanese, but the wrapper isn't as rigid. So it's the wrappers they use are so wild how they're different. That's cool.
Captivating Vampire in the
foil poster.
Yeah. Foil movie poster.
So there are 4 rares or mythics in all of our Innistrad Remastered collector packs. The foil posters are some, and then a non-foil poster. The posters are some of the big hits.
Okay. A Mausoleum Wanderer, a borderless. Ooh, foil Renin 7. That's really cool.
And then you get the commons and uncommons from that point on.
Okay, gotcha. Very nice. That's sweet. That was awesome.
Yeah, those poster arts are always super neat.
All right, last pack. Hello, Corners. Thanks for joining us. Wow. Okay, that's a huge poster hit.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
Man. Sure. Wow. There you go. Yep. That's so okay. Right behind it, Bloodline Keeper, Vampire Art, Old Border Cathar's Crusade, Collective Defiance Foil, Chalice of Life, Old Border Foil. Oh, we're on to the commons and uncommon. Man, that was cool. Wow. That's a huge hit. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Wet Sauce. I hope you enjoyed these.
Yeah, I mean, the number of posters you got out of 2 collector packs, that was pretty sick.
Great. Next, we've got Anthony with 5 Final Fantasy play boosters. Good luck, Anthony. Block. Okay. Ooh, what's this one?
Traxos.
Oh, Traxos. Scourge of Krug. And Bartz and Boko.
Chat, we're at 56 likes. We only need 44 more to hit 100 likes. And it would be really cool to train Patrick how to hit the yeehaw button. I'm just saying. Yeah. So if we get to 100 likes, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah. I want a yeehaw. Yeehaw's in chat. Yuna art card. Very cool. Vaughn, Street Thief. From Father to Son. Sarah Farron, Zodiark Umbral God, hi Zeta, thanks for joining us today. Bahamut art card. Very cool. Squall as Beneath the Capuchin. Sin, Spear as Punishment. All right. The last play booster. Let me tidy up a little bit. Okay. Strixhaven Stadium and Jumbo Cactuar. Cool. Good last hit. Awesome. Anthony, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed these. Next is Eric with 4 Final Fantasy play boosters. All right. Good luck, Eric. Foil Serapharin. Oops. Deadly Dispute. Ultimate Origin of Oblivion. For a double rare pack. Very cool. Hello, 9-inch snails. Thanks for joining us today. The Water Crystal. Arden, the Usurper. All right, last pack. And Gilgamesh, Master at Arms. With the Cid from 7. Awesome. Very cool. All right, Eric, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed these. Gotta get a few name cards together. And while I do this, I just gotta say, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. Of all the things you guys could be doing, I really appreciate you taking the time to stop by, say hi, and hang out with us. Thanks, BB. Next, we've got Caleb with 2 Ravnica Remastered Draft Boosters, 5 Final Fantasy Play Boosters, and 2 Foundations Play Boosters. Let's go ahead and start with the Foundations, go to Ravnica, and then we'll end with Final Fantasy. Yes, 9-inch. There have been some pretty cool things. We've got a VV. There was the foil Buster Sword, the showcase one. That was cool.
Yeah, that was a gorgeous card.
An Ancient Copper Dragon, Etali, Primal Storm, Electro Duplicate, Showcase, Seer Slicer Goblin, Foil Reclamation Sage. Cool.
While Patrick's getting the next pack, if anybody's looking for a sealed collector deck case of the Final Fantasy Collector Commander decks, I know the prices come down on those a little bit, but we do still have some sealed cases left where you get one of each of the collector decks. They're $829.99 now, and they cost $10 to ship. They're at the top of our pack list if you're interested.
Savra, Queen of the Golgari, anime art. Very cool hit. My Golgari Queen. All right, second Ravnica remastered. Got Ashore and Assemble. All right, on to Final Fantasy. Foil Raban, Bull of Alamigo, and Astrologian's Planisphere. Summon Titan. Ooh, Yawgmoth, Grand Physician. That's really awesome. That's a very cool one. As the Emperor, Hell Tyrant. From 2. I haven't seen that. That's cool. Noctis, Prince of Lucas. Lucis Lucas. Lucis. Thank you, Azalea. Dion art card. Oh, with the signature there. Cool. Ooh, there we go. That's a cool hit. Summon Bahamut. That one's really awesome. And a Kane Traitorous Dragoon.
Made me so sad. I opened Bahamut and pack one, pick one. I was like, I can't do it. I'm never getting to a 9-drop.
Yeah, that'd make me sad.
I mean, there are ramp decks, and you can make it happen, but like to ramp and then not draw it would be heartbreaking.
It would be. Yeah. All right. Hi, Lizzie. Thanks for joining us. Last pack. Let's see. Nature's Claim Through the Ages. And a Squall, Seed Mercenary. Yes. Just in case to reiterate for anyone that's kind of new or has not seen me before, my name is Patrick. I am the new Rip and Ship streamer. You can also call me Pat or Patty. I'm good with any of those. But yes, thank you so much, Caleb. I hope you enjoyed these. Yui, that would be great. I think there's so much potential with Saga creatures. I'm really excited for them to explore this space more.
There's just so many fun things you can do with them. I just wonder, like, how they bring that back. Because, like, they obviously aren't going to be able to call them summons again. So are they just going to be, like, creatures? Because if you think about it, it's kind of like, in a sense, it's very different. But it's kind of like fading. Yeah. From
That's
way
true.
back in Nemesis, which was a thing.
That's a good point.
Fading, in my mind, is not like kicker, just to be clear. It's one of those keywords that is actually not kicker. So,
New box for this. I could do this all day. All right. Next is Brett with 2 Lord of the Rings set boosters. Good luck. Shagrot, Loot Bearer.
You know, if you take that a different way, he could be the loot bearer. I don't know if Queen Honey would like that.
The Loot Bearer, yeah. That's cool art.
Witch King at Ingvar.
Yeah.
Sick.
That is. Black has the coolest art. Look at that. The aura.
Are you, well, never mind. I'll ask you off stream.
Foil, spoil borderless Mines of Moria. Goldberry, River Daughter. Ooh, there we go. That's cool. And then Ring Treatment, Sauron, the Dark Lord. Man, that's awesome. You know, we had the Witch King. Bring in his boss. Thank you so much, Brett. I hope you enjoyed that.
So while Patrick's grabbing these next packs, chat, we do still have plenty of time, but we are going to try to wrap up at 4 o'clock Eastern. So we have about 27 minutes left. We have 4 orders in the queue. We still have time for a few more. Not like full boxes or anything like that, but like if you just want to get a few packs, like we still have time for a few more of those orders as well. Patrick's got to get out of here by 5 today, and we want to go through the training of how to pack everything up after a stream. So we do want to make sure we leave some time for that. But if you do want to get some orders in, we do have time. Going forward, Queen Honey is streaming tomorrow night, Monday at 8:30 Eastern. And then we haven't finalized anything yet for Patrick, but we are working on finalizing some more stream times for Patrick in the near future, so keep an eye out for that.
Thanks, Lance. Nick, we've got 5 Final Fantasy Play boosters. Good luck.
See what we get. I bet Magic cards that have Final Fantasy characters on them.
Yeah, deck. Art card. Very cool. The Masamune.
As soon as I said Magic cards, I'm like, but some people are going to say, but they're not Magic characters.
Hi, Don. Thank you. Ooh, Diabolic Intent. Shantoto's Coercion with a Ninja's Blades.
You know, Ninja's Blades is one of the weird job select cards that doesn't have an outrageous re-equip cost. It's only 2.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a pretty powerful effect if you get it to land. If you deal combat damage to a player, I think you draw a card, if I remember right.
Creature gets +1/+1, is a ninja, and has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card.
Oh,
that player loses
discard
life
one, yeah.
equal to the discarded card's mana value.
Which is even crazier.
That's cool. Wow.
I got to discard a 7-drop the other day to that. It was
Oh,
pretty
man.
sick.
That's awesome. Great in Reanimator. Esper Origins and Xanarkand, Ancient Metropolis for your double rare. Ooh. Primeval Titan, that's a cool hit. Awesome. Yeah, it is. Astral Titan from 15. Man, that's neat. And then Summoner's Grimoire.
Got a lot of green in these packs.
Yeah, for real. All right. Last pack. Choco, Seeker of Paradise. Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick. I hope you enjoyed these. Next is Beall with 2 Adventures in the Forgotten Realms collectors. He's so wild. Good luck, Beall. First pack. You're welcome, Caleb. Yeah, that was awesome. Foil Gelatinous Cube. Valiant Endeavor. Sphere of Annihilation. Ooh. And a Showcase Ebondeath Dracolich.
Sportless mythics are
art.
cool.
Mm-hmm. And Evolving Wilds foil. And foil Skeleton Swarming. Extended. Alright, last pack.
Yeah, Zeta, we have time for 10 packs. That's fine.
Hi, Zeta. Foil Wizard Spellbook. Extended Chaos Dragon. Extended Werewolf Pack Leader. Nadar Selfless Paladin. I don't remember the treatment.
Showcase.
Showcase. That's true. Showcase. Ooh. And then foil Extended Triumphant Adventurer. Very cool. Thank you, Beall.
Is that the one that has like first strike on your turn?
Oh yes, it does. Death Touch and First Strike as long as
Death
it's your
Touch
turn.
first strike is so mean.
And when he attacks, venture into the dungeon. That's neat. Man. Next is Thomas with 5 Final Fantasy play boosters.
You're welcome, Beall.
You're welcome. Yeah.
I will say, Patrick's doing a great job keeping up with chat. It's a lot to do all at once, so you're doing a great job.
Thanks, Lance. I appreciate it. Lightning Bolt. Through the Ages. Sin, Spear's Punishment. Ooh, Kefka, Court Mage. That's cool. That's a really cool one. See the back side real quick. Kefka, Ruler of Ruin. That's awesome. Fatal Push. Matoya, Archon Elder. Poo UFO. Any Final Fantasy 8 players out there? What is this? Like, it is so interesting.
It's unidentified.
Okay.
I have no clue.
Wow, that's cool.
Out of a play pack.
Oh man. Showcase foil lightning army of one. That's awesome.
So this is one of the 10 artist cards that the
that's right,
original
yeah.
Final Fantasy artist did, and hitting it in foil is super insanely rare out of a play pack.
Man,
And it's a gorgeous card.
that's super sick. Wow. Balthier and Fran. Man, that's so cool, Tom. It's what a good hit. Gee. Hope you've got some ideas for that one now. Oh man, that's so cool. With the Jumbo Cactuar in your final pack. And there you go, a little baby Cactuar too. Thank you so much, Thomas. I hope you enjoyed these. So Astral, it shows up, but what does it do? Is it an enemy to fight? It is, Astral. It was so cool. Next is Brian with a single double Masters draft. Good luck, Brian. Bortusk Liege with a Wasitora Nekoru Queen. Actually, to that person, if you're still here, that you were talking about cats and dragons, have you built around this? Because it's very interesting as a cat dragon.
Yeah, I'm sure Azalea would probably build that one for
Okay,
sure.
that was Azalea. Okay, for sure. Very cool card. Thank you so much, Brian. Hope you enjoyed that. Right on. Well, I'm glad to get a little bit of the lore. Thank you, Astral. It's just very interesting.
Hey, chat, we have time for one more order, and then we're going to call it. So packs after the red line will be opened by Queen Honey on Monday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern stream.
Next is Kissa with 3 Foundations play boosters, 5 Final Fantasy play boosters, and 2 Wilds of Eldraine Collector. That'll be cool.
Chat, we only need 29 more likes in these last couple minutes to train Patrick how to hit the yeehaw button. Can we do it? There's 156 people watching. One of them's names may be Shirley. So surely we can hit 100 likes.
Can we get a yeehaw before the day's over? We'll get to the collector boosters last. Let's start with Foundation. Good luck, Kissa. Ooh, wait, you know what? We'll go ahead and stick that aside. Heir Apparent, that's a nice hit. Crystal Barricade. Ooh, and that's also very nice. Liliana, Dreadhorde General. That's awesome. Oh, okay. I was not. I'm not very much. I'm not used to Foundations boosters. We have a Showcase of Chroma's Memorial, stained glass.
Yeah,
Man.
so that's the special guest. And the special
Okay.
guests replace
Oh,
the
that's
common.
great.
So they're going to be like right in the middle of the pack in a super
Okay.
awkward spot. So
Man.
definitely something that happens. But glad you caught that one.
Yeah, that's super cool. I was like, wait, something's off about this. Man, super cool. Wow. Genesis Wave. Oh. That's true, Zeta. Soulstone Sanctuary. Ooh, and a foil Garruk's Uprising. That's pretty good. That's awesome. Alright, on to Final Fantasy. Those were good Foundations packs. Very nice. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Astral. That's really fun. The Fire Crystal with the Regalia.
I feel like the Regalia is good in any draft deck.
Yeah.
It's just really strong.
Yeah, it is.
It has haste. It ramps you.
Right.
How cool is that?
Interesting colorless commander now.
The only way it would be better is if it created a 1/1 token when it came into play.
Oh.
There's one, I forget which card does that, but there's one that does that. I think it's Magitech something. It's a 4/4.
Okay. That's cool. Esper Origins. Yeah, I feel like Regalia would be a lot of fun, especially in Limited. Oh, I see. That's cool. Astral.
Yeah, if it's legendary, I'm pretty sure the Regalia is legendary, right?
It is, yep. You
So
can
that
make it
does
a commander.
qualify as a commander, although it'd have to be colorless, which is kind of disgusting. So you probably don't want to build that. Eldrazi ramp with the Regalia is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
But
Okay, how about this? What if you build modular? And
That'd be
then with this
interesting.
being your commander, you could just like sack your modular creature somehow and then put all the counters on it.
maybe.
Oh, there's an idea. Okay.
Sounds like a stretch, but you got a better idea than I did. So.
That's the beauty of Commander. You can do anything. Maybe it won't work as well as other things, but you could always give it a try. Yeah, imagine just like 4 Eldrazi. Okay, Ulalek. Wait, no, that's weird because that's 2 of them combined. Azlask, Ulamog, Emrakul, and Kozilek just chilling in the Regalia. Just going on a road trip.
They clearly would all fit.
Yeah, Clive's Hideaway.
Then they go park it at Clive's Hideaway.
Yeah. All right, 2 more Final Fantasy. Oop, not that. There you go. The Water Crystal.
Okay, chat, we just got our last order in for today. Any orders that come in after this point will be opened by Queen Honey on Monday night's 8:30 Eastern stream.
All right. Last Final Fantasy. Ooh. Deadly Dispute. Through the Ages. Summon Brynhilder. Very nice. And now on to the Wilds of Eldraine Collector boosters.
Have you ever opened these before?
I have
These are the Japanese ones, so kind of make
Okay, there you
sure
go.
we're on camera. But other than that, so the rares are going to be in the front, and the confetti foils are the chases that everybody's looking for in these. You know what those look like?
I think so, yeah.
If you see one, you'll know.
Okay. Intruder Alarm. Foil Enchanted Art.
Enchanting Tales, yep.
Enchanting Tales. Blind Obedience. Virtue of Courage. That's very cool. Ooh. Okay. Extended Moonshaker Cavalry. That one's really cool. Foil Pollen Shield Hair.
Then you get a couple uncommons, your land, and then the rest of your pack.
Okay. Cool. That was a good pack. That's some cool stuff. All right. Last pack.
Wildsville Drain's so fun. There's so many good cards in it.
Yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of variety. I love the food token art. Okay. Phyrexian Unlife. Foil Enchanting Tales. Shared Animosity. Winning Twins. Twinington? Twins?
Twining Twins. I called it
Twining
Twinning Twins too, but
Oh, yeah. Knick-Knack Oof. Foil Charming Scoundrel.
it's just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kissa. Hope you had a lot of fun with these. These were cool. Hope you enjoyed this.
Hey chat, well, we're wrapping things up. Like I said, Queen Honey will be streaming tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern. We're going to get all these orders before the red line taken care of. Again, this is just Patrick's second stream, and he's doing awesome. So thank you so much for all the support. We really do appreciate it. We're only 24 likes away from 100. If we manage to make that happen, we can train Patrick how to use the Ha button. But Monday's going to end our shipping week, so Monday will be the last night, which is tomorrow night, that you can combine with all your other orders from Wednesday through Monday and get them shipped out on Thursday the 26th.
Next is Wet Sauce with 3 Adventures in the Forgotten Realms collectors. Gotta crack open a new box for this one.
When I first opened this set, I was opening and streaming from my house. It was before I was working with Moonshot. I was Cawthon Cards back then. And I streamed this out of my bedroom office upstairs, and I still distinctly remember with how shiny these wrappers are, that if you looked closely, you could see my ceiling fan in the wrapper as we were opening it up, which was just funny to me. I don't know why, but that memory stuck with me all these years.
That's funny. Poor memory moment. Good luck, Wet Sauce. Delina, Wild Mage Foil. Extended Sephirus of the Hidden Ways. Orb of Dragonkind. Ooh. Showcase for Borderless Ebon Death Draco Lich. Evolving Wilds. Ooh. And a foil module Den of the Bugbear.
Bun of the Degbear?
Yeah.
Done that about 100,000 times.
Den of the Dugbear.
What was the card? Oh, Herd Heirloom
Oh yeah.
came out right before I went on my cruise, and it messed with me so much. Like, I know how you're supposed to say it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and open the back of this story.
Vorpal Sword. Netherese Puzzle Ward. Acererak, the Archlich. Green Dragon, that's cool. Treasure Vault module. And a foil monster manual Zalto Fire Giant Duke.
So we were streaming Tarkir so much, it was like Herd Heirloom, and then every once in a while I would say Herd Heirloom, and like it would just really mess with me. And then I got on my cruise, I'm like, I'll take the steak with the herb butter.
Yeah. That's funny.
And I was just like, my brain is so fried.
Oh my god. Dude, I slip up words all the time.
I think everybody does. It's just human, especially when you talk as much as you talk when you're streaming. Like, I don't think most people realize how much you talk when you're streaming.
Yeah. Ooh, that's cool. Foil Grandmaster Flowers.
If you look at the creature type, it's Summon Bahamut.
That's true, yeah.
How cool is that?
Legendary Planeswalker Bahamut. Throw a Summon Bahamut in this deck. Radiant Solar. Loyal Warhound. Ooh, another mythic planeswalker. Lolth, Lolith Spider Queen.
Such a powerful planeswalker.
She's really cool. And then foil module Hive of the Eye Tyrant. These were cool packs. Thank you.
At first, I didn't like the module cards, but now that there's so many different showcases, I really enjoy those.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're some of the better ones they've done.
Right,
But like at the time, they were so shocking.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, oh, that's tame compared to what they do. But I think they look really cool, especially in foil. They look really, really cool.
I agree. Just like as more comes out, it's just like, you know what? These old ones aren't as bad. And then eventually it's just like, wow, you know, I think I actually like this. Next is Magic Vlad with one Modern Horizons 2 set booster, one Commander Masters set booster, and one Double Masters draft.
We got to open up a new MH2 and a Commander Masters box. So give us a second, chat. We'll get those last two packs we need. Then after this, we have 2 Lord of the Rings set packs, I believe, for Brett. And then that'll be it for today. But we will be streaming more with Patrick in the coming weeks. We'll also be working on figuring out a schedule. Right now, as y'all have noticed, I was actually supposed to be out of town this week, but I'm not. So figured it'd be a good opportunity to train Patrick. But we are changing things up. Like, we don't necessarily have set days of the week anymore. Right now, pretty reliably, unless we're out of town, I'm still doing Thursdays and Queen Honey's still doing Wednesdays. But we're still figuring out, especially as we bring Patrick on board, how we're going to want to do the schedule, just to give everybody like some fair time to have, like, you know, at least one weekend off a month and stuff like that. So we're working through all that, and as soon as we have a solid schedule in place, I'll let y'all know. But keep an eye on the Discord. We'll definitely announce there when we're streaming, and once we have something on the schedule, we'll let you know when Patrick's next stream is.
Hi, Ja. Thank you so much. Ja, J-A, yeah. Okay, J-A. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and go in order. We'll start with the Modern Horizons 2 set booster. Good luck, Magic Vlad. Usury, Fortune's Flame, and a Dam. Right. Commander Masters. Ooh, Spellseeker. That's a cool hit. Very nice. And a Pearl Medallion. Also nice. Ooh, triple hit. Angelic Field Marshal. Okay. And Freyalise, Llanowar's Fury. Wow. Okay. Oh, Spellwar Stone. That's a good one too. Very cool. Good pack. And now on to Double Masters. Ooh, oh, okay. Don't. This is cool. Borderless Seasoned Pyromancer and a Kalia of the Vast for a double mythic pack. Wow. Jeez. Man, what a cool pack. Thank you so much, Vlad. I hope you enjoyed this. And we'll be ending today with 2 Lord of the Rings set boosters for Brett. Good luck, Brett. Ooh, Mount Doom. That's cool. Very nice. Yeah, that is true. That was cool. All right, last pack. Press the enemy. Awesome. Nice hit on the Mount Doom. Thank you, Brett. I hope you enjoyed this. And everyone, thank you again so much for joining us today. I really appreciate the time you guys are spending with us. It means a lot to me. And I hope I will see you guys again, hopefully soon. And yeah, looking forward to it.
I was about to say, you hope you'll see him again. I was like, you're definitely going to see him again. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
So. But thank you so much, Patrick, for all your hard work today. Thank you, chat, for all the support. We're going to see if Patrick remembers how to end the stream now, chat. So hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
Thankfully, I have a cheat sheet. All right, thanks, everyone.
Time to read the instruction manual.
Yeah. See you guys later. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and be sure to stay cool.